I love Paige to death. Do not get me wrong. I think, I think she's a hell of a player and, would love to play with her one day. But those refs were giving her every freaking whistle last night. You literally couldn't touch her. And that shit is so annoying to me. And if you're going to do that, then give it to our guard.
The WNBA is in full damage control mode after Sophie Cunningham lit a fire the league can't put out. Her unfiltered comments shook the foundation of women's basketball, sparking outrage, fierce debates, and a staggering fine that looks more like an attempt to silence her than a punishment. Was this Sophie standing tall for what's right, or crossing a line the league refuses to tolerate? Fans are divided, locker rooms are buzzing, and the tension is spreading faster than ever. One thing's clear, this is no longer just about basketball. It's about leadership, accountability, and whether the league will finally confront its officiating problems while protecting stars like Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham. Oh, you think the WNBA will face its leadership crisis head-on, or keep dodging the truth? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's dive in.
I just hate the inconsistency.
When whistles are player-focused, that's I think that's a huge problem.
Well, she's gonna be one of those players that she's already gonna be a GOAT. She's gonna be a Hall of Famer. Everyone knows that she's freaking hell of a player, but getting some of those whistles already, oh my, I couldn't.
This season, Sophie Cunningham has found herself at the heart of one of the fiercest player versus league battles in WNBA history. 4 fines. Yes, 4. That's not discipline. That's a warning shot from the league aimed squarely at a rising star they clearly view as trouble. It all started when Sophie, fed up after a game riddled with questionable officiating, took to TikTok with a blunt 30-second post calling the refs useless. The fallout was immediate. A $500 fine dropped almost overnight, leaving both fans and players shocked at the league's swift and heavy-handed response.
Cunningham posted the video 6 days ago, which shows her lip-syncing lyrics from Sabrina Carpenter's song Man-Child. The caption to the video is, "At some refs."
Stupid. Or is it slow? Maybe it's useless.
Yesterday, Cunningham reposted the video on X with a caption about the fine.
Sophie didn't back down. On her podcast, she doubled down, standing by every word and broadening the conversation to highlight the league-wide frustration players feel with biased and incompetent officiating. That bold stand came with another price tag, a $1 500 fine. Her running total? A staggering $2,000. The message from the WNBA is loud and clear. They want her silent. But instead of silencing her, the fines have ignited a firestorm, fueling debate and sending shockwaves across the basketball world.
7-0 Indiana run. They're within 2 and a foul. This time, Peckers does get the call.
I thought this might have been an offensive foul. Howard for the finish.
Indiana's considering challenging this call, but they will not, as Peckers gets free.
The backlash was immediate. Social media lit up with hashtags rallying behind Sophie, blasting the league's hypocrisy for all to see. Within hours, GoFundMe campaigns wiped out her fines, and petitions demanding referee accountability and transparency racked up thousands of signatures almost overnight. The outrage was sharp, unified, and impossible to ignore. Fans are asking the obvious. Why punish a player for speaking the truth everyone already knows? Why protect a broken officiating system while hammering the person brave enough to call it out? But here's the real story. This isn't just about fines or frustration. It's a tipping point. The growing standoff between players and referees, the questions about fairness, and the demand for transparency are all reaching a breaking point. Support for Sophie surges. The WNBA faces a defining moment that could reshape its future. The fallout from her stand is still just beginning. The only question now, will her courage spark long overdue reform or trigger a backlash the league can't control?
Paige Beckers putting her hands on Sophie to shove her up. You see Sophie's hand in the air. Both hands are in the air right here. And Paige Beckers is shoving. She is shoving her clean off. Boom. Pushed her right into Howard. Pushed her into Howard. Now she's wide open and waiting for a pass like she just didn't do anything. Like she just didn't do anything. Wide open down here. Look at her. And then all of a sudden you get the whistle. And look at the ref. You see the ref? You see the ref right here. Calling the foul. And guess who the foul was on? Sophie Cunningham.
The contrast between the WNBA and other major leagues couldn't be clearer. In the NBA, outspoken voices like Draymond Green or legends like Charles Barkley have built entire careers on raw, unfiltered honesty. Barkley, in particular, turned calling out flaws into his brand, and fans embraced him for it. In that culture, candor isn't just tolerated, it's celebrated. But Sophie Cunningham's reality in the WNBA is very different. After daring to call out referees for failing to protect players, including Caitlin Clark, she didn't just face fines. She was pulled aside by a league official and warned, "They're going to fine you again."
I'm not saying that your job is easy, but when it is a simple call right in front of your face multiple times, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What call are you bugged out?
All of them.
Everything.
It's just they're just so inconsistent. That's my thing. If you're on the other team and you're gonna be fouling the shit out of me,
yeah,
cool. But let me do it to you.
Let you, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want consistency then.
Yeah, just give. And I think that's players across the league and new fans across the country. Everyone's like, what is going on with the refs? And I'm like, I don't know. And you finding me $500 is not gonna do shit.
That's not constructive feedback. It's a threat. The message is simple. Speak your mind, and you'll pay for it. And that raises a bigger question. What kind of culture does the WNBA want to build? The NBA thrives on open debate. The WNBA, by contrast, looks like it's trying to muzzle dissent. Ironically, the harder the league tries to silence Sophie, the louder her voice becomes. It's the Streisand effect in action. Bury the story, and you only make it explode. The irony cuts even deeper when you consider the string of unpunished cheap shots on Caitlin Clark. Fans are connecting the dots. The league seems more eager to fine players for words than to punish dangerous plays on the court. And that sends a troubling message about priorities, fairness, and player safety. Every shove, every missed call, every double standard adds fuel to the fire. And instead of putting it out, the WNBA has turned Sophie Cunningham into the face of a much larger fight. Then suddenly, the whistle blows. And who gets hit with the foul? Sophie Cunningham. She wasn't cryptic about it either. She was blunt. And she was right. Refereeing is tough, sure. Mistakes happen. But when officials miss the most obvious calls, right in front of their eyes, again and again, what are they even doing out there? That question hangs over more than just one game. It hangs over the entire league. When the NBA's officiating looks polished by comparison, the WNBA's chaos becomes impossible to ignore. Fans and players alike are left asking, how long can a league survive when the loudest calls for fairness are met with fines instead of fixes? Sophie said it plainly, if you're going to let the other team hack me all night, fine. But let me do the same back. Just be consistent. That's the heart of it. Players across the league, and even new fans, see the same thing. Refereeing that feels random, inconsistent, and out of step with the game itself. And what's the league's response? Another fine. Sure, $500 might not sound like much, but it's not about the money, it's about the message. And that message has only amplified Sophie's voice. Her podcast, Dissecting the Fines, has turned the spotlight right back on the officiating crisis, making the conversation louder, more public, and impossible for the league to sweep under the rug. Anyone who's left a WNBA game thinking something felt off knows exactly what she's talking about. This isn't one bad call. It's a pattern. And that pattern is now at the center of the league's biggest storm. The bigger question now is this. How long can the WNBA keep sidelining the voices calling for change before the cracks become a collapse? Sophie's stand hasn't just exposed one bad officiating crew. It's exposed a league struggling with its own credibility. And if silencing her is only the beginning, how far will the WNBA go to protect its image before the foundation itself starts to crumble? Look at how other leagues handle referee controversies. The difference is night and day. In the NBA, there's transparency, replay centers, public reports, open debates. Players call out refs without instantly bracing for a fine. That honesty builds trust, even when mistakes happen. The WNBA, on the other hand, has chosen a path of punishment over progress. Slapping Sophie with $500, then $1,500 hasn't shut people up. It's turned fans against the league. Petitions, trending hashtags, non-stop debates. It's not a blip, it's a full-on revolt. And players aren't imagining the double standards. Kelsey Mitchell gets held on nearly every possession without a whistle. Aaliyah Boston, one of the league's brightest young stars,